welcome back, guys, for Soulcast episode 10. I'm one of the hosts today, along with the other two. We've got Dash, we've got Max,
Yeah.
Yeah. And today is a special one. It's
And who are you?
That's a little bit cool. Oh, yeah, well, you guys know who I am already. I'm Fucus, or Moz, or Alex, or, Yeah,
okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know who you are now.
Good.
Yeah, that's
I'll
good. Now you
stress
know
me a
who
little
I
bit.
am.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
Anyway, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I was away last time. I just had to go up to the city, look at some stuff.
Yeah.
Max, anything? And well, Max, you got anything cool?
Yeah, Max, you got anything going on? You got anything cool
anything going on? No, I'm just kind of vegging out. Just got through some commissions.
Oh, commissions plural.
Dude,
We've
commissions.
had many commissions.
So, what are you doing? Are you doing commissions now?
Yeah, we talked about it last week. If you would have,
Oh, well,
been here for it.
well, for the viewers who didn't watch it last week. Nah, just
Didn't go watch it last week.
Okay.
Nah, I do pixel art commissions on Fiverr, so I got a couple of them done previously, and I haven't had another client this week, so I'm just kind of chilling out.
Hear that, guys? He's vacant. That means you guys. That means you guys can go in straight away. You're gonna get, the best quality you can possibly get from our main man, Max.
Man.
Yeah,
He was streaming today, too. You can watch him make the art.
I was streaming. I was
Crazy.
streaming myself doing the Soulcube palette prompt.
Yep, over on the Discord.
Yeah, make sure, guys, if you wanna see these streams, make sure you're.
I was watching that. I saw you going fucking ham with the rectangle tool. I've never seen you do that before.
I was trying it out because usually like if I want to make a landscape, I'll start off in like Photoshop and draw things, just because it's like more flowy, right? And I can do things a lot quicker. And then once I have lines done, like they look like shit, but I'll just basically stiffing tool it and put it into Sprite at like super low res, and then just draw over that with the like with lines and blockouts done. But I was like, you know what? No, let's just do it straight into Sprite today. And because I was using the colors as a focus because it was based off of a color palette. So I was just making boxes of colors.
Have you seen it, Moz?
And I've seen the final, but unfortunately I was working at the time that the stream.
That wasn't final. That was a work in progress I got after like 15
I've
minutes,
seen that picture. Yeah,
20 minutes.
Looks very good. I have not seen the final though.
Yeah,
I didn't finish it. I hopped off.
Damn.
Anyway, well, what about
Cool.
Jay,
I
got anything happening?
I have not been doing any pixel art, and I do not have a Fiverr. But myself, Maxwell, Red Dane, and a couple other.
If you remember that long
lost prophet, Red Dane.
Is he alive?
Huh? I think so. I think he's actually alive. Breaking news.
I wonder if he's in the gaming server.
You heard it here first. He's actually gaming right now. Wait, is he actually? I asked him if he wanted to come, and he said no. He said he couldn't make it.
Aww.
But we
what a shame.
have been doing some more work on our, our songwriting stuff for that band. If you don't already know, we've got a band. We're not a fucking epic rock and roll band. We just get together once a week after school for a jam.
Yeah.
But we're doing a bit more songwriting, which has been a good change of pace.
Yeah, it's good fun.
To actually, do some literary work. And Moz is keen to get involved with that.
Oh yes.
As a pro extension English student.
Oh yes. We'll ignore the fact that
big brain time.
Yeah, ignore.
She even said it was she had to go back and check over it to see.
Yeah, Moz is salty that he just missed out from top marks of the last assessment. So that's context.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
I wasn't even in the class when this.
Doesn't matter. Second best. Let's go.
He's still up there.
That's still good.
Fuck.
Yeah. I didn't even get a mark, so yeah.
I didn't get a mark. I'm not even in the
Whoa,
class.
damn. Impressive.
No, but we know if you were in it, you would have got 100%.
Yeah, you would have topped everyone. You would have flogged it. You're out because you would feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the real reason why. Same with extension maths. Just giving the rest of you guys a chance.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh,
We
yeah,
really
100%.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So the rest of the episode, we've got a couple of things planned, right? First up, we'll do Tell Us Tuesday as usual. Then we'll move on to the Black Lives Matter itch bundle, which we've all picked up. So we'll have a chat about that, the games, things, plans to do with the stuff on that, and then we have a couple of gaming announcements, some pretty big stuff that's come out, and then we'll wrap up with a couple of questions. So, does someone want to kick us off with announcing what the Tell Us Tuesday was?
So basically, Tell Us Tuesday. You guys already know what Tell Us Tuesday is. We're not going to explain it for the 10th. I don't even know how many times we've explained it on this podcast and elsewhere. Anyway, so yeah, the question was favorite game title, as in like the name.
As in the name, and I don't think most people understood that.
Yeah, I think people just took it as game title as in like an actual game, like it lists the title of the game. And not so much the name of the game because of the name.
Would it be bad if I actually thought
you messed it up as well?
That's what I thought. Favorite title, and it's like,
the title of the game.
I'm thinking of a game title. I could say like the Dark Souls series.
What if I said like book title?
It's different because
that's a good
they're
point.
different mediums. Different mediums have different jargon, right? And in games and stuff,
in the gaming culture,
title. Like what's a game title? It's like a jargon for that is what's its title.
Yeah, we probably should have said name.
Yeah, like right after I posted on the Instagram and like I checked the answers, I was like, oh fuck.
Oh shit.
And then I read over the question again, and I'm like, okay, I can definitely understand why people misunderstood this one.
We might have slightly fucked
which
up.
is weird because I understood exactly what Jade meant when he suggested it.
Yeah.
And some people in Discord also.
I literally had a discussion with the people in Discord, and then I hop on the next morning to look at the actual responses, and I'm like, oh no. Oh boy, we done fucked up.
Oh shit.
I have a couple of game names that I would like to talk about, but right. Moz, do you have any now, or did you prepare like the other?
I thought it was game title, but if I have to think about a good title for a game. I would have to, somebody else.
Yeah, you want thinking time? Okay.
Right. As I have a little think.
I can kick us off. All right, so I'll just I'll start us off with I think Firewatch is a great game name for that game. Having played it, because it gives literally nothing away. It just describes this, I guess, bland setting, which is it really ties in with I guess the game's narrative and the themes of this just bland runaway place, but then it's like building up to be something else. But then I can't really say much more, otherwise it's spoilers. But if you've played Firewatch, hopefully you can gather what I'm trying to get at. And I think it really works for the game, and it's unique, which I think is a big thing with games. You don't want like a epic Slayer dungeon. Like it's a fucking. Sorry, that's not a good game name. Sorry if that game exists, but I got more. Max, do you want to? We'll just pass back and forth.
Keep going.
Oh, you want me to keep going? All right. Gris, or like Grease. I think it's pronounced Grease. Gris. The game by. Whoa, what the fuck are they called? Nomada Studios. Hold on. Gris. Nomada Studio from Spain. And I'm not sure what language Gris translates into. It might be Spanish, might be something else though. But it means grey. And like the game uses colors a lot for like the moods and the themes. Each color
it's like really art focused.
Each color represents one of the 5 stages of grief from the Elizabeth Kubler-Ross diagram. And then the character is Grease, grey, which is sort of like the blend of all colors.
All right.
So
cool.
yeah, so I reckon that's a pretty sweet game title. It's not something you pick up either. Like if the game was just called Grey, it'd be kind of like not as epic, but
yeah,
Greece is still unique.
Yeah, it definitely adds to it. I think if you have it through a different language.
Yeah, you got some layers. Yeah, you got a shitty title, just whack in a different language, and then everyone who's all English speakers will think it's cool.
Ooh, new
I mean, I reckon
Whoa.
no, I reckon that could also be the same like as when I was thinking just then. You know, like Noita.
Yeah. Like, what does that mean?
I reckon
Yeah.
Noita means a witch.
Okay.
I feel like that's exactly kind of what you just pointed out there. If you don't really have a particularly good game, because Noita, if you didn't know, audience, it's just like a roguelike game. It's a pretty good one, mind you. It's a 2D one, but like if it was just called a witch or Noita has that like what's Finnish, so it has like this unique kind of weird word.
It feels very medievally sort of.
Yeah.
But witch would be.
Yeah. Yeah. A witch. It says
Okay.
But yeah, when it comes to big ones, I don't really know. I don't really think any of the games that I play have particularly good names. Hang on,
What's your opinion on Risk of Rain as a game name?
Risk of Rain. Yeah, where does
I actually right before I actually found a Steam thread where people discussed the name. And because like I really briefly looked through it. I saw one and it was you could compare like the rain to the loot falling. And like Risk.
Okay, yeah, because it was a crash ship, and then
yeah. And also, it could
be
be like alluding to like how when it rains it pours, or like the Risk of Rain is in as the game progresses, it gets harder and harder, and like more shit happens, it gets more hectic.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because literally the only like actual in-game reference to it is just the difficulty. Things like the names of the difficulties, they just have drizzle, rainstorm, and monsoon. But like that's the extent of the connection.
Well then, I guess
it's pretty interesting.
Using the idea of rain and falling, and like
I wonder.
I guess when they monsoon, because you associate monsoon with like a flood, so you're like overwhelmed by mobs and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They're using, I guess, real life or like other notions used for weather to denote conflict or
and chaos. I find it interesting how like game titles or just titles in general can often like not have any direct like reference to something inside of its like game, or like if it's like a show or like a book or whatever.
What the hell does Danganronpa mean?
Like Risk of Rain, it's kind of like describing a mechanic or whatever, but it's not like explicitly like referencing like there isn't anything about like rain per se, right? I just kind of find it interesting how they use like language like that.
Oh wait, never mind. Danganronpa is another one of those things where it's just a word in a different language, so it sounds cool to us.
Yeah, I thought it would be that.
Man.
I mean, Terraria is the exact same.
Really? We've cracked the code.
Terra. No, because Terra means land and Aria means air.
Land and air. Huh? Oh, cool.
Wow,
that's better than Minecraft. You mine and you craft. Whoa.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen. They could have done something just like Terraria and changed up the language.
Yeah.
It probably would have sounded pretty cool. I'm gonna look up
Latin for Minecraft.
I was actually gonna look up Latin, but I thought no, that would be shit. I'm gonna look up German. No, not German.
Minecrafted.
It's interesting Swedish. If you're trying to picture like a popular game with like a really like well-known like household name almost, and then try to picture like what else could it have been called. And like try to think of like an alternate like parallel universe where Minecraft wasn't named Minecraft, it was named something Latin or
no, because if it was how Minecraft is Swedish,
yeah,
if it was just Minecraft in Swedish, it would be Mina Handwerk.
Mina Handwerk.
Yeah.
Mina Handwerk.
That would have really been as...
Come on, guys, do you want to play some Mina Handwerk?
People would have to put on the accent every single time.
Or I'm sure you just get like slangs to hell and like abbreviated.
Yeah. It would still be like MH or whatever. Yeah. I looked up Risk of Rain name and literally says the tile Risk of Rain was selected to allow the game to be easily searchable via the internet. Which is fair.
Cool.
Oh no, that's like, there's that classic idea which is, when people in English are like, why are we learning this? I'm sure the author never intended for like, the subliminal plots in a narrative. And it's true, they never did. The purpose of English more so is, history is to denote what actually happened, and English is to hypothesize.
Yeah.
People are like, how do we actually know that, this is what he referenced? Basically, just shut up because
we don't.
Finding exactly because you won't know. It's about hypothesizing because you can basically go forever deep into a narrative and it will always have some other subliminal shit.
Yeah, it's like Roland Barthes' Death of the Author. It's like it's irrelevant what the author wanted or had in mind because we'll never know. Yeah.
And that's like English is, so when people say, like, oh, author never meant it, it's just shut up. It's not the point of it.
Doesn't matter.
It's just... Anyway.
More names. I have a couple more. There's like cool names. So we have like these like quirky names with like meaning, and then you have just cool names like When the Past Was Around. Like that's cool, like phrase.
Yeah.
And Genesis Noir, like that's kind of cool.
Pretty neat.
And then Rain World, I think is cool. Just for the setting, like what the fuck is Rain World? What do you think? Because I think that's a setting that not many games have, right? It's like a world where it's like eternally in rain and everything's like fucked up in that way. Because I think that'd be an epic setting. I don't know why there's not any like AAA games.
Wait, I haven't actually played the game, so what's in the?
Oh, it's just a world that's being like destroyed by like eternal like monsoons.
I've heard of the game before. Wait, hang on. Rain World.
Yeah, no, it's the one that Jade played before with that white thing, right?
The slug cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool setting. It's like I don't know why that's. It's like an apocalypse, but instead of like being like dry and nuclear, it's just like fucking monsoons.
Wet.
Yeah.
Well,
like that's.
I know, like how usually, they get water to denote like subconsciousness. So like when there's like a flood, it's meant to resemble like the upwelling like subconscious ideas and feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that could just be how. Like, does the slug cat like fear the rain and shit? Well, probably so.
Yeah. It fucking killed his family.
Yeah. So no. I mean, it's better than having a dry landscape, given it has a lot of references, especially in the Bible, at least. But I'm not going to get into fucking that.
Yeah.
Like subconscious and chaos.
Yeah. I just think it's an epic setting. I don't know why people haven't done more with it. I don't know. Predicting in the future.
I actually found like some really cool concept art for like wet, flooded, like post-apocalyptic areas, and I'm like, damn, like why isn't this more of a common trope?
Yeah,
like, it's actually that fucking cool. Like you can do so much stuff with it.
I guess it's hard to make water in games, like as general as a mechanic. Like it's just hard to do.
Yeah. Well, like imagine how in like I don't know, post-apocalyptic post-apocalyptic settings like Mad Max, for instance, how you have car combat in like the desert. Imagine having boat combat in like a fucking flooded city or something.
That'd be sick. Imagine Sea of Thieves, where it's like this dystopian like a survival game.
Yeah, I mean car combat's cool. Like I'm sure boat combat like rocks just as much.
But probably less people can resonate with it because not as many people have been in a boat.
Not many people, yeah.
Because like in a car, like you can imagine yourself in the car, but when you're in a boat, you can't really imagine. I mean, I don't think you can really do as many jumps and stuff in a boat than you can.
Yeah, you can on the waves when you hit like the crest of the wave, you go fly.
Yeah, but I don't know. Anyway,
Whatever. No.
I feel like another good title, with Hollow Knight.
Yeah. I think it's good. It's simple.
Hollow has lots of meanings too.
Yeah.
Hollow can just mean an empty space, right? But hollow can also mean without like significance or without a value.
Yeah.
Or like an echo. So like in Hollow Knight, it kind of reiterates the fact that it's like a trivial adventure regardless, in retrospect to the entire world that it's situated in.
Yeah, I like the it's not a like the juxtaposition between the two words, like hollow and then knight. Like knight is this righteous warrior, and then hollow is just like
powerful and strong.
Shit.
Yeah, empty.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's good because it has many levels of understanding that also are like visual within the game. Because you can say, okay, like it's a hollow knight, and you can say, well, literally
the knight is hollow and he's a knight.
White, and a white little thing, yeah. But you could say, it's a hollow knight. As in like, it's not really a knight with any significance, or like a lost knight, like a lost idea. Or you could say it's just like a hollow knight, as in, like it's just an echo of the past, like a soul that's wandering. There's lots of different
ways. Yeah, it's a very good name, yeah.
Yeah, you can
interpret.
I feel like that's a pretty good game title, because and all of the ways in which you interpret it are, visually, you can see them within the game. It's not like in a text when you have to identify like the context that it was came into.
What do you think of the sequel, the Silk Song?
I have not. Hey, let me think though. On the spot.
The name, Silk Song.
Well, you think automatically that it's like some kind of soft song, silk.
Yeah.
But silk is also woven by a spider or a worm. So, you can kind of think of, okay, so a creature which is usually considered to be gross creates something that's delicate and nice and into a song.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know how the game plays, but I don't know. What about you when you think of silk songs?
I don't know. I really have no idea. Like they're going for like, from what I've seen, they have a much more like sort of gothic sort of like environmental stuff with all these like bells and fucking thread everywhere and harps and all this music. And I think like just from a literal setting standpoint, Silk Song kind of sums it up. But I don't know what the game's themes are, right? Like I don't know how different to Hollow Knight it's going to be, or what they're really trying to capture. So I'm not sure. I think it's good, right?
Yeah, I just looked up definition of silk to see what interesting things they had, because how you've got many different ones.
Yeah.
Because like a fine, strong, soft, lustrous fiber that could also resemble, because it seems like she's a female character.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is, and also another informal British one is a Queen's Counsel. It's a silk. So it also refers to that nobility. I guess that's emblematic within, what she is. She's a knight again.
Yeah.
So that's also like referencing that, I suppose. And I guess they also want to show that, women can be strong and stuff. So it's like a fine, strong, soft, lustrous fiber. Something which is also like, produced from hardship. I guess you could make a direct reference there to like, say, the feminist movements of first wave, second wave feminism.
I don't think a Team Chariot.
I know, but
I'm deep.
I'm talking about English. I'm talking about English here, not so much history. You could say, okay, it's produced by, what is usually perceived as grotesque stuff. So I guess you could say, like women empowerment was produced in society through, the horrors that patriarchal societies placed upon them, which could be like called the silk worm, and it produces the silk, which is a strong fiber. But I don't know.
Yeah, if Hollow Knight Silk Song is a feminist it's a pretty good name, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I reckon all up in the 5 minutes that I thought about it, I reckon pretty good title.
Good, that's the conclusion we've drawn.
Very cool.
Cool. I don't really have any other games. Oh, I wrote down Starbound, but that's just because it sounds like a street drug.
Starbound.
Whenever I think of Starbound, for some reason I think of it's not Power Rangers. The Oh, Thunderbirds.
Why?
I don't know.
Whoa,
I just
that's a
think
bit
of
of a-
Starbound, and it's just like the Thunderbird.
Starbound. Yeah, okay.
I think it's because it's kind of like, with Thunderbirds, how it was like Thunderbirds, go. It's like
Starbound is go.
Starbound is
I don't know.
go.
Anyway.
Okay, cool.
Anyway. For some reason that came in.
I think the title "Ready or Not" is pretty good for like a SWAT combat like methodical FPS game, because it doesn't, like, the title alone doesn't actually refer or like allude to any of the mechanics other than just the uncertainty and like being prepared and stuff in the game, because that's like one of the main like themes of, well, I don't know if I could really say themes, but it's like one of the aspects of the gameplay, and it's like the pacing is, it's supposed to mimic like real like SWAT raids and stuff.
Are you allowed to say this? Are you breaking the terms of your contract, Max?
No, it's not. It's all good. Yeah, I did have to sign an NDA for the alpha, but it's all good now. It's a bit more lenient. And yeah, I can talk about the name, right? This has all been disclosed anyway. It's fine.
I'm sure you'll be all right.
Anyway, yeah. I just think that it like alludes to the like main aspects of the gameplay pretty well. I think it's quite clever.
It's cool.
Because like, I mean, like, no matter what side you're on, there's high amounts of uncertainty, and you have to be prepared and shit for like what happens.
Yeah, I think it's a better name than fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. Like, it doesn't directly
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like shoving all that like real, like, generic shit down your throat with like.
No, but those games try to just get the those key words in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like with Google searches, how they just change the title of things just so it's like, as many searches will pop up with their stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's just like, get as many hot words into your title.
Yeah, I agree. But then again, yeah, like, that's kind of reflects the type of game it is as well. Like, it's not pandering for like an audience that just wants like stimulation and like all that kind of shit. Like, this is like more drawn out, more of a slower burn, more like methodical, theme based. Yeah. It's not. It's not COD.
That's fair. That was all my game names. Is that a wrap?
Yeah.
I reckon. I mean, we kind of just all went in about that. I reckon that's good.
Yeah, sweet. All right. Next segment is, what do we got? Oh, Black Lives Matter itch bundle. Let me see if I can get the description up for it. Bundle for racial justice and equality. So, if you don't already know, there is a charity event going on itch.io right now, where you can purchase $9,204 worth of games for $5. This is US.
And
here's the thing.
I think that's a good deal.
What did you say?
Well,
Max got out, yeah.
Oh, I said I think that's a good deal.
Yeah, no, it is. It's 10 Aussie bucks for $13,000 worth of
Yeah, that's
games.
That's Aussie bucks as well. So that's like what, like $6,
like,
$6 USD.
Yeah, and like, guys, coming from me, I usually don't buy bundles because I'm stingy when it comes to certain things. But if this is actually good, you will get a lot of enjoyment out of it, not just because they're like good game titles, but because there's
heaps of games that you would never buy. Yeah, but now you can play
there is such a wide variety that you will never stop being surprised by what pops up in the bundle. And it will. Yeah, it's really good. You guys should get it for $10. Like, you can go to the city and you can get like, a coffee and a cake for $10,
or you can get 1,600 games.
Yeah. Yeah, which is total worth how much again? Which is how much?
It's worth 13,000 Aussie bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
13.
Right,
yeah, so you can get a cake and a coffee in Sydney, or you can get $13,000 worth of games.
And it goes to charity too, so it's literally like the ultimate.
Bam! Look at that.
Anyway,
the Wombo combo.
We're not sponsored by itch.io, but
It's
Man, could you imagine if Soulcube was sponsored by Itch.io? That would be the day.
crazy. So do we want to go through some of the games that are on here so people actually have a concept?
I mean, there's a lot of games, so
yeah, I wrote down like
miss
5 or whatever that I saw.
Yeah, I wrote down only a couple, like interesting ones that I was like found through, like random.
I think the biggest game on here is probably Celeste, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game alone is worth like $20, and you're literally getting it.
So yeah, that's a pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I think Night in the Wood is worth 23.
Yeah.
Thing.
Bloody bargain. I saw a couple of other games that I recognized before. You know, Octodad's on here.
Really?
Yep. You guys have
No,
to
I
go
didn't
play
see that.
Octodad.
Okay, I'm keen.
Okay, as you said that, I just scrolled down on the 8th page and it has Octodad Deadliest Catch.
Deadliest Catch.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I expect this, so I just.
It's good. You need to start downloading that right now. I actually have that on Steam, and I've finished it. It's actually pretty fun.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
it was fun. I would have enjoyed it as like a 12-year-old kid. I mean, I still enjoyed it now, but it's just kind of like I don't know if I can justify running around as a fucking octopus dad.
I think I remember seeing the Good Game Spawn Point review.
Yeah,
of
no,
Octodad
I do.
back
I
when was around
literally
about 12 years
vividly
old,
remember that episode of Good Games.
So do I. Man, it made such an impact.
Yeah, I never played it
Octodad.
until now. So Octodad's on there. What else is on there? Oh, that game that I keep referencing that I can't pronounce. It starts with a P. You know, Pinky.
Yeah, no, I saw that one as well.
Yeah, that's on
the
there.
one with from Devolver.
Yeah, the Devolver published.
Yeah.
That's on there
I saw
as
that one
well.
as well.
Nuclear Throne's on there from our roguelike episode with Jack. And there's also one of the Rusty Lake games on there. You know, the Samsara Room stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have one of the games from there on there. So,
neat.
that might be a good thing to do in a later podcast.
Yeah.
Revisit
As a sequel.
Mm.
Yeah. What games did you guys? Did you pick up any others?
I was scrolling through. I like picked some at random, you know, because obviously you couldn't have looked at all of them because it's.
Yeah, I'm not finished yet.
It
They
was,
came to a point where the images just stopped loading, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I found this cool one. It's called The Stillness of the Wind.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. I saw that on Steam ages ago, and I just couldn't justify paying the money for it. But now I have it, so.
Yeah. No, I was looking around and I had a really, really nice art style, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And yeah, it's really cool. Judging from what I've seen about it so far, I watched like a little trailer a little bit ago. I haven't really read much of it, but basically, I think you play as like an old woman who is looking after a farm out in the middle of like a countryside, and I think it touches on like loneliness and like it focuses a lot on dialogue through letters that she receives from like family members and friends and stuff.
Yeah.
It actually looks pretty interesting. Like it alluded to a lot of story elements, and you know I'm keen to.
Yeah,
give it
and that's a general like theme I see through this entire bundle. Is there's so many narrative games, right?
Yeah,
I feel like the overwhelming majority of the games are narrative games, which I think is great. Hopefully, this gets more people exposed to, you know, games as art. I guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have no shortage of shit to play now.
Oh yeah. Now you've
Yeah,
got-
now we can't be bored.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There's no excuse. There's always a game now. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you want to talk about any more games you guys have found, or am I right to keep going?
No.
You
Keep
you
going.
keep on
Go on.
you keep on going.
All right, so I found this this other one, online simulator. It's kind of like a satire, I think, about like the old Wild West of the internet days.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
There's also comedy
which-
games. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dark comedy, where you kind of just cruise around, on like an old computer in like the early 90s or, yeah, like mid 90s or whatever. I'm not too sure. It kind of looks interesting, and yeah, I'm sure it has some interesting potential and some interesting
I
elements.
don't know. I've just scrolled past so many games that are just like, damn, that looks interesting. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I can play it sometime.
I found another one. No Pineapples Left Behind. It's like a game where you manage a school, I think. And if you don't give like the certain children enough, they turn into pineapples. And all they do is like get grades and shit, and like that they don't have any personality, which I think is like a stab at the schooling system now. From what I've read. So that's kind of interesting. I'm curious to see
from what I've read. Personally, I don't know.
Yeah, I just read like a synopsis, so I was like, okay.
There's some weird shit. There's like games that are like really artistic games, and you get a game throw cubes into brick towers to collapse them.
Yeah, no, I saw that one as well.
And
it's like some physics.
Their catchphrase, their tagline is a physics sandbox open world game with very few options.
Yeah, I have it open as well. I left it open because I was
they're bragging about how few options they have in the.
No, there's a lot of interesting things here.
Do you reckon?
Also, some of them aren't even games either. Like
you get heaps of resource packs and everything, right?
Yeah, there are massive amounts, like pixel art especially.
There's shit ton of pixel art. You can find like music, animations and everything. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's just great.
So yeah, if you're like a developer as well and you don't have any assets or
look, there's literally no reason not to buy this. Like you're donating to charity. You're getting literally every fucking nearly 2,000 games and like resource packs. I don't understand why you would.
Yeah.
Not get it. Just buy it. There's only 2 days left. I just checked the thing. When you watch this, there'll only be like 1 day left. So you better like fucking hop on to Google now.
Yeah, there'll be a link in the description.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description.
Okay, I just found another thing. This isn't really a game. So we all know the big craze with the goose, right?
Oh, funny goose game.
Funny Goose, yeah. This one's called Desktop Goose, which is like
a program. I've seen that. I've seen YouTube videos about that. Oh, do we get that? Do we have that?
We get it.
Oh,
we get it.
Yes.
So what happens is it's just this application on your computer where you have like this goose that walks around on your screen and like leaves fucking footprints everywhere, and it just like drags your windows around and like picks up your mouse and like fucking moves it around the place. It's just designed to be annoying.
Let's do a goose stream where we all install that.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing, like where we play a game or like I do pixel art or something and just have like this fucking goose just tearing up the whole place, just tearing up the joint. That would be interesting.
Yes.
But yeah, still funny goose, haha.
Funny goose.
But at least it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, as you've talked about, I just came across it.
Oh yeah.
Top Goose.
I remember seeing like the trailer on Instagram ages ago, and I was like, okay.
What page number is that on? Fucking 45.
Oh no! I found it on page 24.
There's for context, there's like fucking 56 pages. Man, some of the graphics on these games, like, what the fuck have I just found? Penguins Arena.
Yeah. No, what was the Alex? You found another one before, which was hilarious, like with really weird graphics.
Oh my god! This looks...
I think it was. Oh no! What was it? I didn't record it. It was like. Actually,
it was something bizarre. It was like some mech fighting game.
Penguin Arena.
Yeah. Anyway, there are some really weird games.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's worth it. It's worth it. Literally. Just pick it up. Come on.
Okay, have you guys come across the game that has like a woman in white with blue hair and an axolotl next to it?
No.
And then to the side it's got like a birth control pills.
What? What's it called?
Woman with blue hair and axolotl saving you from yourself.
What? Is it like a narrative game?
No, it says play in browser. I can't even download it.
Well, that's good. That's better if it's in browser.
Yeah, but I've got no idea what the hell this is.
I've actually seen some of these games like floating around like each homepage. That's cool. And now they're all out there.
Now they're all.
Penguin Arena. Oh my gosh, it looks like wow.
No,
it's like Club Penguin.
Oh my god, they have got
3D graphics on a mobile device.
It's like if you wanted the internet summed up into like game.
I'm gonna get a badge. I'm gonna get a badge to buy this.
Oh, yeah, we
Badges
should.
are English.
We better do it quick.
Yeah, I'm literally.
Yeah.
When we go back to school, will it still be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That would be the last day, so she would have to be quick.
I reckon she has a computer.
Yeah, she would definitely have a computer. Although she lives in a flat, so I don't know how big her computer is if she lives in a flat.
Badge playing Penguins Arena for the.
No, like I just came across another game, Follower Number 1 Velox, and it's just like
what?
A brewing second civil war in the United States have created the most efficient, capable soldiers ever seen, and it's just like it's like just a comic.
My friend took me to a feline therapy place for my anxiety, and I'm starting to wonder where the cats are. That's the game name.
That's fun.
Man,
and then the next game is Sewer Rave with the description party with rats. So
also like check the comments for some of these games. You get a lot of like interesting.
Hey, I found this cool game. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Door from Antic.
What? Is that one word or Door from Antic?
Yeah. No, that's like the entire word.
Door from Antic.
It's in an active develop. Wait, never mind. It's in active development. But it's like a village building game.
Okay.
But it's different. You know how like the classic ones. You've got like all your tiles on the side, and you have to connect them all together and make like the optimal city with everything.
I just found a font on here.
Cool.
You can download a font. Look, you get literally everything. You work in graphic design. Bam, you have a font as well. Don't even like gaming. Yeah, it's still charity. So
what? You get an entire like pixel art card deck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And Moz, what were you saying about this fucking building game?
It looks pretty good.
Forgotten.
It looks pretty good. You get quests and stuff, and you get more tiles, and then you add those tiles to your village.
Oh, nice.
I know, it just kind of looked like a different take on the generic Civ builder.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many games.
All your tiles, and you can rearrange them.
We're never gonna stop scrolling through. when are we moving on?
It'll take us literally days.
Yeah, when are we moving on to the next thing?
Hey, have any of you guys came across Time Out?
No.
Nope.
Okay, I reckon this is it is a 2.5D pixel game.
Yeah.
That it is a film noir 2.5D pixel art narrative game in a time-based currency system. And it looks very interesting. Here, I'll send the link.
Yeah, send us the link.
Yeah, because there's so many games called Time Out, so or on each.
2.5D narrative pixel game. Where have we heard this before?
Yeah, that was what. Hang on, I just put it in. I'll put it in the work.
Oh damn! Oh yeah, this is like full like 2.5.
Yeah,
this looks like what's that game?
Yeah, I forgot what that game's called, but
Max will know. Yeah, Max will know.
Oh yeah. I'm having mentioned like, I can't think of the name of it. Crap. I know what it is though. I know exactly what one you're alluding to.
It's that cyberpunky one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the exact with all the specular and the normal maps and the pixel art.
Awesome. And this game has that. And I might give this game a little.
That's kind of crazy. Wait, do we have this game? Damn.
Yeah, we have this game.
Damn, bro.
We're gonna have to decide on a game to talk about next week out of all of them.
So the title, it's like in a city where the lives of humans are subjected to a time-based currency system, you play the role of a hard-up detective who goes on the hunt for a seller of a fake name. Okay,
that's actually cool. I like
cool.
that.
And
that
fake name.
This seems interesting.
So it's a detective. I think it's a detective who wants to get out of the system because there's trying to find a guy for a fake name, I guess, to get out of there. So it sounds like an interesting game.
Extremely interesting concept. Do we want this to be the one that we talk about next episode?
Sure.
Yeah.
Might as well. Okay, cool. Timeout. Timeout. Link will be in the description. You'll get it if you pick up the bundle. Go give it a go. Okay.
Play along with us.
Yep.
Speaking of timed out, do you think that that's enough time?
Yeah.
To
time
look at the
out.
sections?
Oh, funny transition.
Hey.
Okay.
Whew,
Wrap up.
already.
Buy the pack. Donate to charity. Get the games. Play the games.
You're being stupid if you don't. This is like literally one of the best deals. Full stop.
Okay.
Oh, guys, have you seen this game? Okay. My friends and I were granted 3 wishes by a cat goddess, and I swear I got distracted when my turn came around.
Is that the name of the game?
That is the title of the game.
Oh boy.
It's a light novel of 64 pages with 10 interior black and white illustrations.
If that doesn't sell you, then man.
Then I don't have.
Yeah, I don't know what will.
No, come on, guys. It's gone through a couple versions. Currently, it's on version 2, but it's reorganized paragraphs and some line breaks up, and its dialogue became more readable. That's good.
No way. That's crazy.
I know. You guys should check out that game.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Next.
Now we got a couple of gaming announcements to talk about, then we'll wrap up with questions, and then we'll be done. Don't you worry.
Alrighty. Should I
you want to read them
off the next bit? Alright, so for the people who play on PC here, I'm sure you guys have Steam, right? We all know what Steam is. I'm sure that some of us know what Origin is, and EA.
Smelly.
Like the publisher, yeah. And I'm sure that we've been seeing a lot of games coming from EA's Origin platform to Steam. And it started off as a few titles, like recently, which is kind of like, oh, that's nice. And then suddenly, like, the biggest, like, franchises that it was some of the biggest games that EA has on Origin, which is like their standalone, what word am I looking for? Fucking launcher for their like titles and stuff coming to Steam, which is kind of weird.
We actually know why, but do we know why that's happening?
I didn't look into it. I just thought it was bizarre because now Battlefield is on Steam, which hasn't happened since like. Wait, can you?
What do you reckon? That's a good
Bad Company.
Do you reckon that's a good move for like the franchise? Because it's like always Battlefield versus COD. Do you reckon that's going to give?
Well, I mean, COD's moved away from Steam now.
I know. So do you reckon that's going to give?
So, I hope so because I mean, all right. I don't like Origin. I don't know a person who does like Origin. It is annoying. It is nice to have all your stuff in one spot. Yeah, and I'm actually happy now. I hope that player base is going to start picking up again for all the Battlefield games. Now that it's on Steam, you get more people encouraged
Epic,
to
you'll
get it.
finally have people to play with.
Yes, I'll finally have more fucking servers to play on. Woo. Even though it says mixed reviews on Steam, which is kind of weird. I'm curious as to how that happens. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know actually why that's happening so much. And why we're getting a lot of games converted onto Steam from Origin. Maybe EA's just destroying
Origin. Do you reckon
Origin.
it's something that EA wanted, or do you reckon it's something that Steam paid EA for?
I don't know.
I reckon it was something that that EA wanted.
Yeah.
Because Steam is like what everyone knows, and I feel like EA is probably, they got their hit from things like Fortnite.
EA.
But I don't.
Got from Fortnite.
Oh wait, no, never mind. No, hang on. No, they haven't really. Ignore.
Well, yeah, no one wants to install a fucking another client. That's the big thing.
Yeah, and
even though
Steam just has like a ton more.
I'm actually curious. Yeah, I mean, I think EA's been suffering quite a bit. Like a lot of their large releases haven't really been hitting on as much. Like in the last maybe 5 years.
I don't know what's happened to their stocks.
They haven't been as doing as well, I don't think. And
stocks.
I don't know.
No, they're going down.
I mean, everything's going down now.
Down, prices.
I'm just it's just kind of weird. it's like it's almost like Epic Games putting Fortnite on Steam.
Yes.
Yeah, they have like huge franchises that are just going on to, you know, the competitor's platform. Well, I wouldn't say competitor. It's kind of like, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's a big step because you know you've always had Origin as its own thing.
Yeah, I thought about getting Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, but no. I play that all the time on the fucking PlayStation.
I remember playing the original Plants vs Zombies back when I was in like kindergarten.
What, like the actual tower defense one?
Yeah, the actual first one.
Yeah, the good one.
Oh, you don't think Garden Warfare is good?
No.
What?
I haven't played Garden Warfare.
It's pro.
Is it
well,
really?
I mean,
MLG?
it's the one that everyone remembers, so I guess it's good.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Anyway,
One more bit of news.
A little bit.
Consoles. There's some new consoles.
Oh, so
my
basically,
goodness.
Sony has announced a lot of stuff for the PS5. I haven't really looked into too much of the specifics and whatnot.
I know nothing.
I know that people are saying it's going to be like around 500. People saying it's going to be around 1,000. I've heard ideas and speculation it's going to be around $800. This is all
I
US.
Speculation it would be 1 million.
Well,
Wow, that's crazy speculation.
No.
Yeah, the specs look to be pretty good from what I've seen. And like demos and stuff. I don't know what it compares to in terms of like modern day hardware for PC. But what I do know is that it looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, what do you guys think of like the visual design?
I mean,
it's
I don't
been
like.
memed
I
to
don't.
hell already.
I don't like the. What I think about is what I've seen online, the memes that are associated with it. Okay. Just opened up Instagram, and the first thing that came up was an anime girl, like a personification of the PS5.
How long did that take? I mean, what was it like released on like June 11th? That's 2 days.
Yeah. And now everybody
speedrun rule 34 of the PS5. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We live in a society.
Yeah, but I reckon the PS5 looks. I mean, the Xbox kind of just looks like it's a fridge.
No, so you have the Xbox. No. You have the Xbox as the fridge, and then you have the PS5 as the fucking Dyson Airblade.
No, it's a Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
PS5 looks like it's the Wi-Fi router, and the Xbox is the mini fridge.
Yeah, I don't know about the designs. That's not mine.
But I reckon both of them are shit. But that's like kind of
yeah, I agree. Especially the controller for PS5.
Wait, you don't like the controller for PS4? I think it's alright.
No,
actually,
I've always liked the controller for.
I actually like the controller for the PS5. I reckon it looks. It's clean. I think.
It looks like the Xbox controller, just the analog sticks are a bit different.
Mm.
It's more big, right? I think it looks like generally bigger than.
Big.
Oh, I don't mind.
I mean, I've always liked the feel for a PS4 controller or like a PS2 controller over an Xbox controller.
Well, yeah, same, but it still retains the same. Like, look at Xbox One controller.
Yeah,
they're fucking thick, dude.
They are, dude.
Nothing compared to the PS4 one. Yeah. But I guess that's all preference. We literally have no actual insight to offer into what this console means for gaming or anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys watch that Unreal Engine 5 demo on the PS5?
What? The one that came out ages ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm asking if you guys, because I think I was the only one who saw it at the time.
No, I haven't.
Because that was running apparently live on a PS5, and I mean, like you can go so far with having an efficient engine, but like the real backbone of it all is having the hardware to crunch it, right? And that had like some insane polygons and shit going on. So
yeah, I mean the big thing about consoles is just for people who can't afford PCs. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's
as long as the console's affordable and can run games, fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
It's serving its role. Okay, was that all we wanted to say about it? Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll wrap up.
Oh, look at this game that I found. It's called Behind the Mask, a collection of game materials and art that are a vision of masculinity. Oh, what is this? I went in the so it was developed by a girl from in the US. And she's got a YouTube channel called Behind the Mask. Very interesting. Oh, and she's got PDFs about the development of masculinity. Nice. Very interesting.
Yeah, thank you. Very cool, man.
Very cool.
Question.
Okay,
Final question. We only got one fucking Q&A question again. And
Come on, guys.
I don't know.
Thanks, Vaughn.
Yeah, thanks, Vaughn. Have you guys read it yet or not?
I haven't read it, no.
You want to hear?
Yeah, go.
Huh?
Is SoulCon really a possibility? That's the question.
SoulCon.
Yes.
Is SoulCon really
Yes.
a possibility?
Hypothetically, what would happen at SoulCon?
Exactly.
Who would we get
What
at
happens
SoulCon
at
apart from
SoulCon?
us? Okay, so we have a single big panel about us, what we've done.
Yeah, starring
in the-
us at the
in
first
the
panel,
year.
starring us.
Because of course this would be an annual thing.
Yeah.
Just like any other good convention.
Yeah.
We'd get, hundreds and millions of people from across the world coming to visit because,
Yeah, it has to be
that's
open.
just,
It
that's
has
just
to
how
be open
famous we
global.
are.
Yeah, I think the biggest hindrance to SoulCon happening this year is COVID-19. I think all of
Oh,
our
yeah,
all of our
that's the-
international
that's the
demand
biggest-
would
that's the-
probably.
Yeah, that's the biggest like
Yeah,
barrier
drawback
from
right
us
now.
getting like any people
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, because we were looking at the convention
In the
center in
Melbourne Convention Centre.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna book out the Yeah.
the issue is we couldn't book it because in Australia, I don't know about in other places, but in Australia they were looking at making convention centers into hospitals, or just little makeshift hospitals for the time in case pandemic got out of hand. So the convention center was just lent over to the government to use just in case they needed it. And unfortunately, we couldn't rent it out.
Yeah,
and there's nowhere else to
Ah.
there's nowhere else to host
There's
it because
literally nowhere
we
else
couldn't
to hold
fit
it, yeah.
we couldn't fit our insane audience.
Yeah, we had so many people who said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Well,
unless we went to, No.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. We'd love to do it maybe
That's the
next
hard
year
truth.
when COVID is
100%.
cleared up, but things are what they are.
Yeah, it is how it is. It is.
Cool. I hope that answers your question.
No.
Actually, in all seriousness, with like conventions and Soulcube and stuff, would you guys like be thrilled if we hypothetically got a panel at like PAX or something? Like this isn't gonna happen like anytime soon. Like I doubt.
Yeah,
But
next
year,
in
in future, if we got beer and stuff,
I'm
we
getting a
got
panel.
invited.
I'm getting a panel for us at PAX next year.
Fuck, let's do
Mark
it.
my words. Quote me on this podcast.
How
Soulcast
here's
live.
the thing.
Moz,
Here's the thing.
don't know. Shh, I am.
Yeah, well, I want to come on.
Yeah, you can come on the panel.
I want to come on panel.
You-
I don't care. I don't care if I'm just bringing water for you guys. That's okay.
You can be the guy who like
What
asks the
about
questions
Moz?
at the panel, like the person. Who,
Yes, the guy. Yes, so good.
No, but I would love to get on a panel and
Yeah.
talk about like game dev education and stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's something that
that'd be
we can
awesome.
talk about in regional Australia.
Oh,
too, 'cause, it would be
yeah.
helpful.
Well, yeah. You could
Mm.
bring it up as more so a discussion because you know how none of the panels are really a discussion. at
Yeah.
PAX. All of them are. Yeah, you
Sort
could
of
kind
like
of bring it
lectures. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite linear.
Yeah, where we're there to discuss ideas and discuss game dev and stuff within the education system and other ideas that people brought up. That could be good.
That's something I'd like to do. If regarding like this year, if PAX doesn't happen, I think we should generally like have still just a Soulcube like meet up somewhere because we have a bunch of Melbourne people in the server.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
That'd be pretty cool.
They're gonna come down from Melbourne. That would be sweet.
probably, all the boys head down to Melbourne. And,
Yeah, we'll have our
Yeah.
P's by then.
Don't worry, guys.
well,
We'll come out with the cars and stuff. We're gonna...
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Yeah,
All right.
that'd be pretty cool.
Cool.
Does that conclude?
Very cool.
Is that a wrap?
Alright.
Is that a wrap?
I think it is.
Oh
Do we
my
want
God.
Well, hang on,
you wanna
hang
finish
on.
up?
Hang on, hold on.
Hang on. I think you're forgetting the last segment.
Oh, Moss's meme of the week.
Oh, how could we have forgotten?
Yeah.
Okay, Moz.
Right. I actually don't have a meme.
Oh, wow. What about
Thank
just the,
you.
what about just the PS5?
No, the meme, I was
What a
thinking about this.
disappointment.
I was thinking about this before, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I went onto Instagram and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll do the PS4 and the Xbox," and then it turned out we were actually going to talk about them today.
It's fine. You can double up. It's fine.
That's
The
convenient.
PS5 segment was actually the meme of the week.
Yeah, that was actually.
Boom, we pulled a stinky on you.
Yeah.
Easy. Okay.
But yeah, do you guys have any memes of the week?
Have I? I don't
Fuck,
think
I
there's
don't know.
any epic meme formats that I've seen this week. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, neither.
The only, I think the
What
only
I've-
meme I've seen this week is your fucking alligator meme.
Wait, what?
It's the only-
The thing I posted on my second.
Oh.
Have you not seen it? Well, oh, you have. Yeah, you would have. That's. I think that's literally the only meme I've seen all week.
I found it ages ago and I just screenshot it for I don't even know why, like what reason. I was scrolling through and I found it in my camera roll. I'm like, okay, I'm posting this. I don't even care. So yeah, that happened.
My Twitter feed is like totally cursed right now. It's like a mix between like game development, like funnies, and like really serious political stuff. It's like I don't want.
Yeah,
I don't want.
Twitter's wild right now.
It's kind of all
It's the same with me.
messed up.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall I wrap up?
Flooded now with shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't wrap it up.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you
You're
even got
welcome.
this far.
This is a fucking long episode.
What should the secret comment be?
Oh,
Just comment. Penguins Arena.
Penguins Arena. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got this far.
I'll be astounded if there's a fucking single.
I was
Penguins Arena
about to
comment.
say
Yeah.
if we get one comment, I will be absolutely shocked. Yeah. So anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, please don't hesitate. Go check out our socials. Check out our community Discord.
Yep.
We got a lot of events going on. You can win money from the events. That happens weekly.
Damn.
Pretty cool. I mean, monthly money events, but we also have weekly friendly ones. What else? Oh yeah, Instagram, Twitter. Check those out. We have some pretty cool stuff coming up every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch more episodes of the Soulcast.
Yeah.
Go
No.
watch our
And do all the
devlogs if
shit
you
in
haven't.
the grab the bundle. Grab the.
Oh
and
yes,
go play
of
the
course.
game.
We'll have that
Yeah.
in the description probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Thanks for
Well,
listening.
we'll catch you all later. Penguin Arena. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Adios. See you guys.